CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. It's been nearly 2 years now since nearly 500 Tamil migrants landed on Vancouver Island. And CTV News has learned that the ship they came on, the M.V Sun Sea, is still costing the federal government and you and other Canadian taxpayers big bucks. CTV's Andrew Johnson shows us tonight the decision to store the ship at a private facility in Nanaimo rather than at a government dock comes with a huge price tag.
This is our first close look at the M.V Sun Sea, the vessel that sailed to BC with 492 ethnic Tamils aboard in 2010. Their rickety boat was seized and kept for the past 2 years in the Nanaimo Shipyards.
We had to do rounds on the vessel and make sure that no environmental spills, those kinds of things.
Their first contract in September 2010 was for $216 per day for 6 months. That rose in September 2011 to $485 per day. When you add in repairs and towing...
Approximately $400,000 was spent on the safe, secure relocation of the vessel.
The ship was towed to a government dock last week. The cost of storing the ship at Annacis Island is just $6,400 a year, 30 times less. Officials say they wanted to move the ship earlier, but CFB Esquimalt rejected it, and Annacis Island was full with the first Tamil migrant ship, the Ocean Lady, which came in 2009. Officials couldn't get rid of that because of red tape.
There was an ongoing court process that was happening for the Ocean Lady, and you can't push that process. There's no way to move that vessel.
It doesn't make any sense.
Bob Jackson represents CBSA workers. He says $400,000 could have prevented some harsh cuts at the CBSA or run the Kitsilano Coast Guard station for 6 months.
That money could be much better spent on positions and jobs and programs that are being cut.
The federal government has jailed many migrants and made high-profile crackdowns on smuggling a priority, but never dealt with the red tape.
In the U.S., if the vessel enters illegally, it basically becomes a ward of the government, and maybe that's a law we should look at having here as well.
Don't expect to make any of that cash back with the sale of the M.V Sun Sea. The Ocean Lady was sold this year for just $35,000. Andrew Johnson, CTV News.